Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the shed. I am Lonnie.
Hey, good morning. I'm Candace. Welcome back.
Morning.
Morning.
You got you some Harley shirts?
Yeah, I washed them. I think I'm just going to lot them up. They're all kind of worn.
Are they all the same size?
These are. This looks like a women's shirt, but there's no size in it. That's definitely a women's shirt, I guess.
Okay.
I don't know.
I'm sure it's still going to be a nice return on the little bit of money. The other part of that, these Harley shirts that we bought was a vest. Yeah,
a lady's denim vest, and I brought it to the dry cleaners because I think I can get about $50 for it. And I did. It has like this bronze and like shiny bronze embroidery on it, so I didn't want to wash and dry it. So I'm gonna let the dry cleaner. They'll do it for $5. So to me, it's worth it. I think I should get $50 for it if it comes out good.
It'll be ready tomorrow for pickup.
Yeah. And it didn't have any stains or anything. I just wanted to clean it, you know.
Yeah.
So.
Then
and that dress that's been hanging up there forever, it's probably like a $50 little girl's dress. So I brought it too while I was going.
Oh, you brought two things.
Yeah.
Okay. And then I looked over here this morning while we have our little routine. I'll come in usually and I'll import all the files off my GoPro from the previous day. Start with a fresh GoPro, and then I'll take a look at eBay or whatever, and Candace will usually sit over here and look at messages and emails. And now she's looking at her fantasy football team in the morning.
No, it was still up from last night. I just looked real quick.
And then I look over again, and she's like doing the hair on this doll. And I don't know if that was like for fun or...
No, okay, so her hair was pretty frizzy, like out of shape. So I read where they're just American Girls, not like the knockoffs. They have the type of hair that you can dunk in hot water and it'll kind of bring it back to how it was.
Okay.
So if she had kind of curly hair, so it said put it in rollers and dunk it in the hot water and then take it out, and it'll make the hair reshape somehow.
Okay.
So we'll try it. Just can't get like her face and stuff wet. You have to be careful.
Okay, I'll try and be careful not to get her face wet the next time I'm like doing hair on a American Girl. I guess that was for the viewers more than for me, huh?
Yeah, because I know you're not going to do that.
No, I won't. I won't. We've got 17 orders to pull this morning. So let's go ahead and get started. It's a little bit late. I don't want to miss the carrier. First up from D&D Drawer, we sold some doubloons. We had a lot of little smaller sales. Pretty good many smaller sales yesterday, which is good. I like selling all of it. Okay, let's see. I think this is it. I'm going to have to count them, but there's supposed to be 7. Looks like it's probably good. $10.99 plus shipping on top for those. Then on 5 Bravo, we sold a boat racing game. It was surprisingly high value. This game right here, Eliminator Boat Duel. This sold for $35.99 plus shipping on top. And on 4 Alpha, I went ahead and pulled this box down from up there. Sold a rubber expansion plug. Rubber expansion plug. Here we go. This guy sold for $7.99 plus ship. Alien drawer. This guy down in here. He's sitting outside of the drawer. There we go. Alien drawer. We sold this other part to a cross pen set. It's a little pen holder thing that notches down. So we sold all 3. We had 2 of these and an actual pen and pencil set. We bought it all for $2.50 and sold each part, like 2 of these and then the pen and pencil set. Each one of them sold for $19.99. So we ended up getting like 60 bucks out of that. So I didn't really believe this was going to sell whenever Candace listed it, but it did. 10 Foxtrot. Uh-oh, way down there. We sold some hair dye stuff. Might be this, because I don't think I see anything else. It could be. This box here, 4 boxes of rich caviar. Let's see if this is rich caviar. Yes, this is rich caviar. This box of hair dye sold for $19.49 plus shipping on top. I will put a little more padding in there. It'll probably just ship right in that regional A box. Also on 10 Foxtrot, we sold 2 book sets. Well, they're not both on 10 Foxtrot, but we sold Lord of the Rings in really good shape. Looks like it maybe was read once. And then we also sold, we paid $1 for that set and then $1 for this other set. The other set we actually bought at the same sale. These 2 book sets were sitting right next to each other at the garage sale. Never heard of this one though, the Demonata. So these 2 together sold for probably $19.98. Yeah, $19.98 plus media rate shipping on top. All right, Smalls drawer, we sold. I've only got 1 knob left in here. This is an old stereo knob. Sold this for $12.99 plus shipping on top. And 6 Charlie, we sold a box of floppy diskettes. Got these for I think $1 and ended up selling on sale for $7.64 plus ship. And 2 Charlie, this is pretty cool. Bought this for like 50 cents or something. They just didn't value this very high, but the graphics on this mug are in fantastic condition. This old Pac-Man mug. This sold for $14.24 plus ship. And this is going to be interesting, although it's not quite as crowded as it was a couple of days ago, because we've made some sales out of this area. I really need, oh man, I got so lucky. I just reached in and went straight to the shirt I was looking for. Wow, that was luck. DP30, which is Deadpool Hey Nice t-shirt. Yes, wow, I can't believe how easy I pulled that. That sold for $12.34 plus ship. That's actually going with this order. Candace was just going through these shirts real quick to see if she was gonna lot them up. This one's cool, huh, Candace?
Yeah.
This is Lafayette is pretty much Lafayette, Louisiana. That's what, about an hour from here?
It's pretty much in the middle of southern Louisiana. Yeah.
It's about an hour from here, right?
Yeah.
And I would say most people consider Lafayette or Lafayette area to be kind of the heart of Cajun country, right?
Yeah.
When you say
Lafayette and going down south, that's Cajun country.
Right. So I mean, like a lot of people like around Baton Rouge call themselves Cajuns or whatever, but really this is more suburban type area around where we live. But you get into Lafayette, that's the real deal as far as Cajun stuff goes. And check, this shirt is so awesome with the crawfish integrated into it. I love that shirt. No, I don't want to wear it. Whenever I talk about liking things, I usually
appreciate it.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I usually I mean for someone else. But yeah, I thought that was cool. We only paid like 25-50 cents for that.
Yeah.
And you think we can get about 20 for it, huh?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yep.
Okay, let's go to 2 Echo. There's a drill over here. I think it might be right here. Yeah, this Hitachi drill. I bought 3 drills for I think $70, and it wasn't the best buy in the world, but the most expensive drill I bought in that buy was a big DeWalt that sold for like 100, a little over 100. So I'm already in the profit on the drill buy. But yeah, also sold this Hitachi for $29.99 plus ship last night. All right, we got all that little pile there packed. We got a few more. Got something up on top of the cube here. Able to fish that out of there. This is a Frank Thomas starting lineup fig that sold for $6.49 plus first class shipping on top. And next up we have a Mid-century modern platter plate thingamajig. Damn, this thing is kind of big. Pyrex.
It's a platter. Put you a big old steak on that.
Yeah, I don't want to ship this. And another starting lineup. Low cost starting lineup. I'm looking for 70 in here. 70. Who is that? Will Clark, is that right? Yeah, Will Clark sold for $384 plus ship. And one Bravo, we sold one of these pans. It's way back there. Been here for a little while. Maybe 6 months or something. I remember vaguely picking it up. You got this super cheap, didn't you? The Stadium.
Yeah, I think I paid $1.
Yeah, I remember it was like super duper cheap. How much did it sell for anyway? $12.74 plus shipping on top. Some challenging low cost packs here. That's not going to be bad though. This one won't be too bad. And then the last thing we're pulling this morning is hopefully a NASA hat out of this box here. Let's see. Hadn't been listed too long. Here it is, I think. Yep, that's it. This NASA hat sold for $11.39 plus shipping on top. Bought it for probably $1 or so at a garage sale not too long back. Candace got out this Joker Batman.
The Riddler.
The Riddler, not Joker, Riddler.
Slot car set.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. I mean, it's basic. The only thing that really makes it Batman, as far as I could tell, is the writing on a couple of pieces of track. Otherwise, it's just.
And then the vehicles, of course.
Yeah, the vehicles. We've got this one to run a little bit, but I think we have probably some just corrosion problems with these controllers, and maybe even with some of the track. I mean, the contacts on the cars are clean. Look, it's not even that old. It's 2008.
Yeah.
But this car doesn't run at all because
the motor is not connected to the wheels.
Right. There's a problem with the transmission. The motor would spin, but then you could see the motor doesn't turn whenever I spin the wheels when it's supposed to. So this is just going to be what, a parts lot, you think?
Yeah. They're going to get a good deal, especially somebody willing to work on it. Yeah.
And the other issue we have, it's not that huge of an issue because I put a little deoxit on. If somebody you can see there's a little bit of corrosion on some of the contacts. And I remember I played with slot cars as a kid a good bit, and corrosion, there were two things we would always fight. We'd always fight corrosion, and we were constantly fighting these contacts here.
Look at this.
Holy tight squeeze, but I know, I love how I hated those though. Like the things where they would try and get you to crash your cars. Like we were always crashing our cars anyway. Did you ever play slot cars when you were a kid? Really?
I'm sure my brother probably.
I know, that's what I'm saying. So you and your brother didn't really like play. Like, he was too much older than you to play. Really?
He was too jealous of me. He wouldn't let me play with him.
Wait. Too jealous of you? How? How so?
Because I was like Daddy's little girl.
Okay, I can see that.
Yeah.
But he's definitely. He was kind of the golden child, though, sort of.
We both were. I mean, yeah. There was almost like a little rivalry thing there.
Really?
Yeah.
You see, I don't know this dynamic because I was an only child. I'm sure some of my viewers would say, oh, Lonnie's an only child. Shocker. But yeah, okay. Huh.
But now, I mean, I don't remember if he had one or not.
Oh, I promise you, every kid back then had.
Even if I did play it, I don't remember, but I think I would have remembered this.
What's your brother? 2 years older than you?
3.
3 years? Okay. That's weird that you didn't play slot cars with him or anything else. Did he just go in his room and close the door?
No, like I tell you, we lived on the street we lived on had a ton of kids our age, so we were all out playing with our friends. We didn't go play in our room. Well, I did, but my Barbies and stuff. But When the weather was nice, we were outside all day.
Well, so was I, lady. I mean, I wasn't saying that.
Lady? What is that all about?
I don't know. But anyway, we started messing with this thing. I was hoping it was just going to be, oh, snap it together. And it wasn't quite like that. There's also, like I said, these are just potentiometers. And it slides across like a bar to change the resistance so you can change the speed. And if there's corrosion on that, that could cause problems too. So Candace is just going to list this as parts only, and you're thinking what, about 40 bucks or something?
But it came with some sandpaper.
Yeah, you know what, slot car people always have sandpaper because you hit your contacts with it. What are those little
something's still on the tree, so
yeah. And look, we have these are the little guardrails, and then these are risers.
Yeah, to rise the track up.
Yeah, you got all kind of parts. Maybe you can go, yeah, 40-50 bucks, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I just finished editing video. It's rendering out right now, their little thing. Candace, what you got going on over here?
Stuff. Hero clicks.
Oh my gosh.
Mech warriors, whiz kids, all the above.
That looks painstaking.
Well, I took my pictures and they're going up for auction.
What do you think this might get? Do you have any idea?
50 bucks.
50? Okay.
Unless I did see where somebody sold a lot of like 5 or 6 vehicles for $25. So I don't know if I have any like special things, which is why I'm putting them up for auction.
The people can go, hey, we're too lazy to do our research. Would you research this for us? That's basically what it is. I've done that plenty of times.
I mean, I could look up each and every one, but I think in this situation it wouldn't be a good enough payoff, and I don't find it very interesting.
That's the main thing, right? If this is a bunch of dolls, Candace would be like diving in and woohoo! Yeah, look, if you cross-reference this chart with this chart, then you can get the exact date. And look, see this one, it has 3 toes. That means it was made in 1937.
Oh my god.
Aren't you lucky to have such a good comedy show for free every day?
Aren't you lucky you have somebody like me who's willing to look stuff up?
Yes, I am. But I double you over in laughter every day.
You did. That was pretty good.
So I'm about to list another one of these helmets. This is one that was in the it's on the shelf over there. I think I have $5 into it. This is a Shoot Youth Recruit Hybrid. It seems like a pretty good helmet. This one has issues though. It doesn't have any of the pads inside of it, which that's really bad. Like it's not ready to roll. I did want to show y'all, I'm probably going to list it fairly low because of that. Like, I'm thinking around 50. I am going to try and get some of that red off of there. I'm probably going to list it for 50. I do have a chin strap for it here. But I wanted to show y'all this because this is something I noticed the other day when I was researching helmets. Look, this is that same helmet, Youth Shoot Recruit Hybrid. That's a Youth Extra Small. Look at that, $305 freaking dollars. And I think it's because of the extra small. Because I look at other Youth Recruit Hybrids, and they don't go that high. I mean, they're pretty good depending on what kind of condition they're in. But check this out. None of them are anywhere close to, look, this one doesn't even have a face mask, and they auctioned it. But none of them are anywhere close to that extra small price of over $300. So I'm gonna clean mine up for a minute and just put 50 on it and roll. Candace is over here wrapping up all of her, what do you call these again?
Mech warriors.
Hero clicks.
Making burritos.
Making mech burritos.
Yeah.
Yum yum. Wanted to show y'all this. This was actually under, this is from a garage sale a while back. It was actually under here. We found it when we were cleaning out the other day. So I'm like, okay, I'll go ahead and test it out and list it. And yeah, it works. So I'm getting 14.16 on 10 amp mode, or then if I go down to 2 amp mode, like a trickle charge, I guess, 13.2 volts. Did I say amps? I meant volts. So another way you could test it, of course, is well, I'm not going to do it. But if you touch them, get that big spark. But yeah, it works fine. And when I was looking it up before I started even seeing if it worked, because I wanted to see if it was even worth listing. And guess what? There is a market for these older battery chargers. This older one, see, this one is in, some of these are in a lot better shape than mine. But you can see there is a pretty decent market for these things, even the big old heavy ones, because that's what this is. This is way heavier than some of the newer ones. And it's probably way better in some ways, but it's also old. So, I mean, I see these a pretty good bit, like the chargers, and usually people only want like $5–10 for them. Well, sometimes I'll come back over to my desk after I've been working a little bit, and look, these were sitting on my chair. That's Candace's way of letting me know I was a good boy. Who's a good boy?
It's like an Easter egg hunt.
Who's a good boy?
Pippin.
I need that. I needed that this time of day, though. So that was good. Thank you, Candace.
You're welcome.
You want to tell your little story just now about what happened?
I'm just sitting over here minding my own business, working, and out of the corner of my eye I see like sparks shoot up and Lonnie jumping up. I thought he done burned his foot off. Tell him what you did. Okay,
so I actually found another. Every time I look around, I find a battery charger.
Oh, yeah. It's like the third one today or something?
No, second one. Oh. We've had a lot recently, though. So yeah, I'm like, oh, let me test this thing out. So I plug it in, and when you work with these, be careful. Like, I'll unplug it now, but be careful that your cables aren't touching each other, because I had them down here on the floor.
And they were hooked together.
But they were touching each other, making contact. So whenever I plugged it in, the thing started, and not only that, it was on 100 amp mode, which is the engine start mode, provides the most amount of power. They went, they were like zapping, and you saw sparks flying and stuff. So I jumped, because it was right by my foot, and then I had to like rip the...
I can't believe it didn't burn the carpet.
It's all right. It was just mostly just for show. It was okay. So be careful with these things.
Broken mirrors.
I should have known. Like, I do know. You know, accidents happen. Electricity. The #1 rule of it, working with electrical stuff that I've learned over the years, is don't lick it.
And don't fool with it when you're by yourself.
That's actually true.
Yeah.
When we would perform maintenance,
shock yourself. Somebody needs to be there to call 911.
Right. When we were performing maintenance in the Air Force, that was one of the rules. You always had to have. You never perform maintenance on energized circuits, for sure, alone.
Yeah.
And
I'm just a girl, and I know that.
And some voltages were high enough to where you didn't perform. Like, we had like these high voltage power supplies put out like 8,000 volts. We weren't allowed to work on those energized ever, because that would just like straight kill you like instantly. But yeah, almost, this is not really that dangerous.
What's the name of that thing? Spark power?
Spark, yeah. Here, let me, I'll give y'all a small taste of what Candace saw, except probably multiply this by about 20 or so.
Get away from that paper of wood.
There. But it was much more dramatic than that when Candace saw it, because just now I had it on 2 amp mode. But tested working. Well, this one works really well. And this is a nice one too, because it has regular automatic and deep cycle automatic. And then it's also got like this 6-volt manual charge, and then it's got 2 different 12-volt charge modes, and then it's got 100 amp engine start mode here. So this one has a lot more features than some other ones do. And it works fine. And it doesn't have the corrosion on it like that last one I did. So when I looked it up, there weren't a ton. There's only like one sold for $75 for that battery charger currently. But I did go and look at Terapeak, where you can see back up to a year. And Terapeak tells me this is pretty much an $80 unit in my opinion. I'm gonna try $80 plus UPS shipping on top. It looks like just about everybody here is probably doing UPS shipping, I would imagine. So maybe something to look out for. We found 4 of those in the past 2 months, I would say. Candace, you're working, oh, Star Wars now. Oh, that's a cool looking lot.
Yeah, this is Micro Machines.
Oh my gosh. Oh, I'm sorry.
You just knocked one of my guys over.
I didn't mean to. I was just trying to show the viewers. Look at that. That looks really cool. You're not going to want to sell them now.
Oh, I didn't want to, but I have to.
You do. You have to.
I have some, and this lot had 2 Boba Fett, so I kept one of them. And I did have this on my desk, and I gave it up.
Oh, your Jawa, what do you call that?
Sandcrawler.
Sandcrawler.
Yeah. Look at the little Jawa army.
I know.
Riding on a Tauntaun. Not a Tauntaun, a Ronto.
Man, I wish they would have had these when I was a kid. You know, I had the 3 1/4 inch figs or whatever they were, but man, this would have been fun too. You could just get the whole set.
Yep.
But that is fun. I never got the Millennium Falcon when I was a kid, and I always wanted one.
Instead, you got slot cars.
I did have a land speeder, and I did have the X-Wing though, and that was my favorite one, I guess. Well, the land speeder was my favorite, but the I had the X-Wing. I don't remember if I had a TIE Fighter. I think I might have had a TIE Fighter.
Look, I have all these Ewoks.
Oh, you have more?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I'm just about done.
What do you think this lot's gonna... This is all modern, right?
I don't know, because they don't put dates on them. So, let me see the vehicle.
They just look amazing. The way you're setting it up.
I mean, what do you mean by modern? They're from the 2000s.
2000s, that's what I mean.
Oh, no, this is in the 90s.
Okay. Was it Galoob?
Yeah.
Is that who Micro Machine?
Yep.
That's awesome. That's going to be an auction lot too?
I think so, because I don't know. The prices are all over the place, so I figured I'd auction it and have fun with it.
Yeah, auctions are fun. I used to have a lot of fun with auctions. We need to start doing a few more of those, because it's fun. Like, a lot of times we'll watch the auctions end while we're eating dinner or something, or watching TV. It's kind of a fun little diversion, where we can think about work when we're off of work.
Yeah.
Well, that's gonna be about it for this one, y'all. And remember, don't do like I did. Public service announcement: whenever you do test, if you do buy battery chargers and you go to test them, be mindful of your clamps before you plug the thing in.
Yeah, it's kind of the person's fault who sold them. They had them clamped together.
No, it was totally my fault. Whoever plugs in the battery charger, they're the ones that are responsible. It's just like whenever you go to jump start a car. Before you hook the things up, you look at the other end to see if they're touching each other or touching, or where, what they're touching. So, yeah. All right, go ahead, take us out.
All right, thanks for watching. See you later.